Right. Hello, friends. The presenting speaker before you is Dr. S.K. Chanbasha. I'm Assistant Professor, Department of Geology, Andhra Laila College, Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh, India. And today I will be discussing about orientation lecture on geology, the hub of opportunities. The main objective of this orientation lecture is for the students who are willing to join BSc Geology, either a single major or any other major system in Andhra Layola. So for the benefit of the students, I just want to present an orientation lecture, just want to discuss about different opportunities, both in academic and administrative employment opportunities, so that it will be the presenting lecture, that means the orientation lecture will be a source of information for them in choosing geology as a career. Okay. And at the start, this is a disclaimer. Right. Regarding the just what we call overview, we all knew that geology is one of the important branch of life sciences. You have studied some basics of geology in your intermediate. So here, when you switch to BSc level and further into MSc levels, you will be expanding the scope of geology in terms of depth and advancement as well. For example, it is like you have to construct the what we call the establishment of geology on the foundation of intermediate. And at BSc and MSc levels, you will be studying different streams and different what we call the branches or range of topics in zoology. For example, beginning with cell biology, animal physiology, evolution, genetics, and others. All these are the what we call the essential topics which will enable you to understand different themes of zoology, because it is further enhances your subject domain understanding and also enable you to face and appear for the top tier examinations. For example, CSR UGC net. You will be knowing about this examination when you go further, when you go in your advanced studies. So these kind of examinations are really essential in getting fellowships at PhD level. Then you can get that means you can be eligible for JRF if you have the required what we call criteria or eligibility. Then for you it is easy to complete the top in advanced studies like PhD also. So these subject domain skills are very essential. Just want to give an example, right? The same will enable you to face the MSc level examinations after your BSc. So that's why strengthening your geology knowledge at the BSc level is very important. And so apart from regular conventional streams, that means opportunities, geology is very important in the current era, because we all knew that there is a rampant changes, there is a significant changes in climate change. You can see the climatic extremes in recent times, for example El Nino, La Nino, what we call the extreme weather events. So, and in the midst of this situation, we are talking about different things, advanced teams, what we call to protect the conservation, or what we call nature conservation. Say we are promoting sustainable development goals, and we also propagating wildlife conservation. So for all these evolutionary themes, that means we are evolving in something what we call aberrant climatic parameters. So to face these and to conserve our nature, to protect our nature, we require geologists. That means the people, that means the geologists play an important role. For example, environmental consultant, and also the what we call the climate change specialist as well. So these are the evolving opportunities in the current scenario. So we will be discussing about different opportunities in the coming slides. And I just want to say one more point, that apart from conventional geology subjects, that means geology subject themes and papers, we also need to equip with some other non-core, what we call non-geological subjects like computational biology, machine learning, and advanced biological techniques, biotechnology techniques based on your interest, that will actually expand the opportunities in research. Because I believe research-oriented knowledge is very essential in expanding our novel horizons and further understanding of geology. That's why it's called strengthening the geology basics. Apart from that, we need to inculcate and integrate other advanced themes so that we can keep our pace with the modern developments. So let us start with the what we call the basics in terms of opportunities and other advanced topics, right? And this is the, in a nutshell, I just want to present in a the objective, as I said, I don't want to present a lots of information for you so that you will get confused and overlapped. Just want to give the information precise and specific so that it will be a guiding information for you while choosing zoology as one of your yes, as your career option. That's why I just want to give my best in as much simple as possible manner. So this academic path, after your intermediate, since you are done with your intermediate, will be shifting to you will have to complete the BSc, then the MSc, then the PhD. So that means what we call you can become the qualified doctorates in zoology with appropriate skills. Here, I would like to emphasize one topic. Here skills are very important. It is what we call the core crux point for success in any field in general, in zoology in particular. So without skills, you may not get success. Of course, not only in zoology, any other field. So emphasize on the skills. That's why I have included certain examples like computational biology. You can learn in that means in addition to a regular curriculum, you can also learn additional certificate courses and be equipped with the modern skills that will enhances the job opportunities as well. So now and also further understanding of subject as well. Okay. Then, so coming straight to the point, the employment opportunities of in zoology have categorized into two streams for the convenience. One, the academic jobs, and number two, the administrative jobs. Academic jobs will include again two streams, teaching and research. We'll be discussing what exactly is in the coming slides. And so does the administrative jobs. Say in administrative jobs, I would like to emphasize on one particular administrative job, the top tier, what we call UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. Here, I would like to focus on civil service examination and Indian Forest Service examinations. So these are the references which I have included, which I have referred. So broadly, we have two streams: academic jobs and the administrative jobs. In academic, again, teaching and research. In administrative jobs, we will be discussing about UPSC. Right. That next, regarding academic job opportunities in zoology, as I said, for convenience, I'll be discussing into two streams: one the teaching and the research. Let me focus on teaching. For example, a person who have done his BSc, then MSc zoology, right? Then after that, he would like to settle in teaching career, and he is good at subject knowledge. For example, he has in-depth knowledge in intermediate, right? So he can teach NEET. He can act as a lecturer to teach what we call NEET faculty. You already know the importance of NEET examinations to which is a prime medical pre-medical entrance examination, right? So therefore, for becoming NEET faculty is actually what we call one of the attractive job avenue for zoologists. And also the EAP therapy and what we call engineering and for agricultural pharmacy and test. And that means you can teach zoology in these NEET, EAP set, and also intermediate. So these are the private sector players, and you can clear that means you can settle as JL, junior lecturer in government service as well after clearing that examination. Right, so there are the two ways, either in private sector or in government sector with MSc qualifications. That means you can settle and have what we call a good opportunity. Then in our another stream, what we call after MSc, you could complete the PhD examination. You can settle your career like as assistant professor in that means in universities or in what we call in terms of you can also enter into government service as degree lecturers. That means government degree colleges, you can act as lecturer there. So assistant professor, here you can teach and also do research as well. So here I degree lecturers for government service. So here I just want to put that I'm not getting in, I'm not going into this detailed information, what we call exhaust information. Just want to give the information in a nutshell, in a best simple manner, so that you will have a overview about the different opportunities. As an assistant professor, you can complete your PhD, and based on eligibility, you can get into university system as assistant professor and also in government service as degree lecturer. And one more stream is research. if you're interested, if you have good interest in to become scientist, actually, but the thing is, it's a bit a long journey. For example, after PhD, you can complete postdoc either in India or in abroad and settle as a scientist. So here I would like to emphasize one fellowship called CSR UGC NET, which is a prime fellowship opportunity, what we call JRF. If you could clear the examination to become eligible for JRF, then you can get fellowship, and with that, then you can complete the PhD. And also, if you get good publication in that means, then it enable you to get into a good postdoc opportunity. That means good PhD with good publication will land you in good, which is high. There is a high possibility that you will get into good PDF opportunity. Then eventually, with good experience, and there is what we a lot of opportunities that you can settle as scientist. So though it is a lengthy track, but as I said, if you have a good interest in research, you can extend your career like PhD, PDF, and eventually settle as scientist. So you can think about this. So based on the interest, you can settle as a junior lecturer and teach NEET, or in a degree lecturer, or university assistant professor, because we have a number of universities in India. And also, if you are further interested, if you want to settle in abroad or want to do PDF in abroad and come back to India, and you can get into CSI laboratories based on the eligibilities, and so all these are different set of opportunities in what we call academic jobs, that are teaching and research, right? Then regarding administrative jobs, as I've already mentioned, I would like to emphasize one particular examination, which is called UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. I would like to focus on civil service examination. Civil service examination, what we call here CSP, stands for Civil Service Preliminary Examination. Here the thing is, you, there are two advantages. For example, after clearing in civil service examination, which aim, for example, we want to become an IAS officer, you have to appear for civil service examination. For that, the first stage is CSP, Civil Service Preliminary Examination, followed by mains, and what we call it includes the written examination and the interview. After clearing civil service preliminary examination, in mains examination, you can choose zoology as the optional subject. In civil services examination, you can choose zoology as one of the as optional subject. There is one optional subject, only one, in civil service examination. That means IAS examination. You can choose zoology. Then after clearing, if you could clear the exam based on the marks and eligibility, you can get into IAS, IPS, and other services. Then another, as I said, one more advantage for if you have a geology as the background, if you could clear the civil service preliminary examination, if you want to become Indian Forest Service officer, you can choose geology as one of the mains optional. That means in the mains examination of Indian Forest Service, you can choose geology as one of the optional. So, for example, it's like you can choose geology for mains examination, civil service examination, if we call it IAS examination, and also you can choose geology as mains optional subject in Indian Forest Service. So something that is what we call significant. So I just want to focus on this examination. If you are good at subject domain, you can choose in civil service examination and in forest service examination also. So these allied services you can clear based on your, if you have strong subject knowledge, if you could clear this examination with hard work, it's the best opportunity for you to get into these, center services and called India's prime services, right? So the best administrative job opportunities in geology that I would like to emphasize. Then, apart from academic job opportunities and the administrative job opportunities, as I said in the earlier discussion, the first slide, that we are in the midst of what we call the climate change is imminent. The climate change is happening. You can experience that the extreme weather event. We have to conserve the nature, and there is a requirement of conservation biologist. And we have to protect the wildlife and what we call, for example, endangered species. So for that, geologists are required. Even for example environmental consultant, because we have better geology people have better knowledge about wildlife, nature, conservation, environmental aspects. And also the most important field here is marine biology. In the marine biology, see actually marine biology is something close related to geology. So it is easy for you to equip with this field and you can get settled in that field also. And as I said in the earlier discussion, we have to, if we could be able to inculcate the advanced skills, for example, machine learning, computational biology, we can learn to the max, in our best possible way. You can learn these techniques because equipping with these skills will land you in additional job opportunities. For example, geology. At the same time, we also know about, for example, like modeling, docking, that means what we call the important bioinformatics techniques. It will enhances your job opportunities. That means it's like additional skills. So as I said, equipping with the modern skills, advanced skills will enhance our job opportunities. And also we can, for example, in research stream, this is very important. We could expand our research. If you want to expand into our research into advanced themes, these techniques are very helpful. For example, you would like to model a protein which doesn't contain the crystal structure, right? And you can use the relevant web portals and model structure. And that model structure can also be useful for the docking studies. For example, you can use it in a different, here the docking studies, which I would like to emphasize a bit. Docking studies very important role in therapeutic point of view in neurodegenerative disorders like Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer. So, equipping with these modern skills will give you the best opportunities to expand the research, right? So in this orientation lecture, we have discussed about the academic job opportunities like teaching and research, and administrative job opportunities. I said about UPSC, what we call Union Public Service Commission, say Indian what we call IS examination and Indian Forest Service examination, where we can choose, where one can choose geology as the optional subject in mains examination. And apart from these two, we also have promising job opportunities, what we call the potential job opportunities in the field of conservation biology, the wildlife biology, in the field of environment and the marine biology. So, as I said, with learning additional skills like machine learning, computational biology will enhance the knowledge opportunity, but we will expand the knowledge horizons and also get you better job opportunities. So it is my take-home message. As I said, I don't want to give exact information, but I just want to put you, and that means give you the information. That means putting the information in a nutshell, so that the information should be precise and simple. You can choose this lecture as one of the in what we call this lecture may act as a knowledge source, what we call an information source for you in choosing geology as your career. So at the end of the day, that means I would like to give the take home message, in any field and in general, and in particular geology, perseverance, passion, and proactiveness are essential ingredients. Because we have sometimes, for example, if say for instance you would like to settle, you would like to do your PhD. Sometimes you may not get the results. Sometimes you get the negative results, but still we should not give up. That's what we call the perseverance quality and our insatiable appetite for the knowledge. For example, it's not a, as I said, yet I would like to emphasize that knowledge is not a one go. It's a lifelong journey. The passion, the carving for knowledge will keep you motivated, will enlighten you, so that the drive for the knowledge will be sustainable. Just remember that. And proactiveness. So we have to prepare ourselves. For example, we have to anticipate the happenings. Then we have to prepare ourselves so that our reaction is very proactive. So these three ingredients, the perseverance, the passion, and proactiveness, will enable you to become a successful geologist. This is my take-home message, because I have done my PhD in geology and PDF in biotechnology, and my research theme is computational applications in Alzheimer disease. So I have learned this computational biology techniques, which actually used in my in furthering my research and also expand my knowledge scope. With that experience, I'm sharing with you because, as I said, this information will help you in choosing the zoology as your career. Thank you for your time, and I wish you all the best.